In the cold, unforgiving South Pole, life is sparse in Antarctica. Only about 4,000 people ever live on the continent at one time, and during the winter months, when there's no sunlight in the frozen desert, as few as 1,000 call the pole home. Antarctica is one of the harshest environments out there. Temperatures rarely get above 40 degrees Fahrenheit and Celsius, and the winds can reach up to 200 miles per hour. So, why would anyone live here? Well, in the modern age, it's mostly because of science and upkeep of that science. However, in the 1930s, it was a lot different. Countries were called upon by the siren songs of resources, military testing grounds, and, well, science as well. Many countries took up operations in Antarctica, like the United Kingdom, Norway, and interesting enough, Nazi Germany. Welcome back to Conspiracy Summaries. I am Casey Man. New Swabia, or as the Germans called it, New Schwabenland, is an interesting tidbit of history. The German claims in Antarctica, in what is today now known as Queen Maud Land, the German Navy started making expeditions into Swabia as early as 1901, when Germany was still under the Kaiser. However, after World War I, there wouldn't be another expedition into the Antarctic by the Germans because they had other priorities. By the 1930s, the Nazis had taken over and now had time and money to waste on an Antarctic The Nazis' expedition's main goal was whale fishing. At the time, Germany was the second largest consumer of whale oil in the 1930s, importing over 200,000 metric tons of oil from Norway, which, interesting, had a claim to the whale-rich region of Queen Maud Land. Germany, which by 1938 had become very isolated on the world stage, needed a way to get this whale oil, and they saw the coast off of Antarctica as a prime target. In 1938, an expedition was sent to Queen Maud Land to survey the area for prime base spots. They named the area after the MS Schwabenland, the ship they sailed with. Temporary bases were established in the area and teams started to survey. Seaplanes also helped map out the area, as it was very vast and expansive. The Nazis also made giant swastikas on poles and planted them around the land. Fucking Nazis. None of the poles have been found, however, and by the time the expedition ended, they recorded over 100,000 square kilometers of land and took over 16,000 pictures. While heading back to Germany, the expedition spotted an ice-free landmass and called it Schwarmacher Oasis, named after Richard Schirmacher, the person who spotted the landmass. Today, the oasis is home to the Marathi Indian and the Novosibirsk Russian research stations. After the expedition returned home, Germany would invade Poland, kicking off World War II. During the war, German subs would sometimes visit the coast off of Antarctica while commerce raiding in the South Atlantic. However, few Allied ships were in the Southern Ocean, and by 1940, most U-boats in the Southern Atlantic moved to the North Atlantic, or were sunk and never heard of again. No expeditions were made at this time because all the resources were being put into the war Germany was losing. And by 1945, there wasn't a German Reich to take expeditions back to the South Pole. German Antarctic claims were rarely ever enforced, and by the end of World War II, Germany backed out of the cold continent altogether. However, many conspiracy theorists believe that after the collapse of the Reich in 1945, many top Nazi officials moved to Antarctica to rebuild the Nazi power. Throughout the years, many people have claimed that there is a secret Nazi bunker in Antarctica, stemming from theories that some Nazi leaders escaped to Nazi-friendly Algeria, which actually happened, although not at the extent people believe. Along with Nazi leaders fleeing to Argentina, U-boat 977 was surrendered to the Argentinian Navy in late August 1945 in Mar del Plata, Argentina, nearly 4 months after the victory in Europe over the Nazis. One Hungarian conspiracy theorist, László Szabó, was the first person to really set forth this idea of the fleeing Nazis that were heading to Antarctica. However, declassified Nazi documents proved Salzbo wrong, as only the one expedition noted above was noted down in Nazi documents. But after Operation High Jump, an American operation to set up an American naval base in the Antarctic, conspiracy theorists claimed it was an American cover-up. Conspiracy theorists used this and claimed it was America trying to cover up and use the hidden Nazi base. Some also claimed that the US and the UK were fighting a secret war with the Nazis in their hidden base, and that the US and the UK even used nuclear weapons to kill the last remnants of the Nazis in the world. The other part many theorists claim is that Antarctica was a proving ground for Nazi US UFOs. If you would like me to cover them more, you guys can tell me in the comments, but it goes like this. In some UFO circles, some claim that Nazis are responsible for UFO sightings in the late and early 1940s to 50s. Most claim they were built and stationed in Antarctica at the secret Nazi bunker, and that the US knew this and blamed aliens for it. The UFO sightings are debated quite extensively, as if they were something explainable or something otherworldly, and the Nazi UFOs are just another theory on top of the other UFO conspiracy theories. However, the idea is interesting nonetheless. The Nazis were evil people who used Antarctica expeditions as propaganda to push their evil ideas on the world. It didn't work as they thought it would, but we were taught a lesson. However, people still use their ideas to push that the Nazis were somehow out there, causing chaos in the world, or hiding away, letting the world end so they can take it over once it's destroyed. However, I just don't believe any of these things are true. The Nazis are long dead. And while some people might try to bring them back, we should be glad that the Nazis didn't take over the world. Thank you for watching this video. I know it's been a long time since I uploaded, but I hope you enjoy it. Next video will be out hopefully sooner than I normally do. If you have any topics that you would like me to do, put them in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and have a good day. I'm Casey Man. See you guys later.